Hi guys, my name is Elisa and I'm on staff with InterVarsity at UW Whitewater. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight, even though this platform of virtual epic is a little different than what we've seen in the past and what we're used to. I'm super excited to be here with you all to talk about comparison because I actually think that a lot of us struggle with it. And I know that I have struggled with it and I still do struggle with comparison. For many of us, comparison is a way of life. It's a mindset and it's how we can tell whether we're doing well, whether we're meeting expectations, or whether we're not. It's how we set standards for ourselves based on what we see in others. And this can often be seen through social media. However, we often blame social media for how it encourages us to compare, but we're the ones that are engaging with it and are using social media as a tool for comparison. Comparison feeds our insecurities and makes us feel less than, not good enough, or sometimes it makes us feel better than others. Comparison is the thief of joy. I'll say it again. Comparison is the thief of joy. Perhaps you've heard this before. This quote is actually taken by Theodore Roosevelt. And I wanted us to be able to reflect a little bit on this because I actually think it's a really important quote. If joy is an overwhelming sense of pleasure or happiness, then is this statement of comparison is the thief of joy true? We compare so many things. And yes, social media is a platform that can be used for comparison, but it's not the only way that we compare ourselves. We constantly compare our looks, our body types, our performance, our strengths, weaknesses, jobs, financial standings, families, personalities, and the list goes on. When we compare, we judge ourselves against how others look, what they're doing, and what they're good at, or even how they have grown. So to go back to the comparison is the thief of joy quote, do you feel joyous when you're scrolling through your friends' Facebook feeds or your friends' Instagram photos? Perhaps you might feel prideful if you feel that you're doing better than others. But that's not joy. We often feel drained more than anything else when we use social media as a way to compare ourselves to others. Perhaps a funny video or even a meme might brighten our mood slightly, but it does not bring us joy. Instead, comparison is stealing our joy and makes us wrestle with our insecurities. Comparison is the thief of joy. So then what is comparison? Comparison is a way that we view or judge others against ourselves. We constantly compare ourselves to other people. She's prettier than I am. He's more talented than I am. I'm funnier than she is. For those of you that don't know, I actually graduated from UW Whitewater in May with a degree in English literature. So English is actually near and dear to my heart. And I've seen so many students struggle and confuse then, THEN, with than, THAN. But once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy to remember. If you're using THEN, then you are probably referring to time or using it as a transition word. But when you're using than, THAN, that's a good way to note and recognize that you're comparing. For example, she's prettier than I am. He's more talented than I am. I'm funnier than she is. Now, I'm not here to give you an English lesson, and I'm not here to tell you that you need to stop comparing right this moment, because that's kind of absurd. Comparison is not going to take place and come to an end right this moment or even overnight. Comparison is kind of like a parasite. So it feeds on our insecurities and steals our joy. The more we compare, the weaker we become and the stronger it becomes. When that happens, you can't just kill it. You have to weaken it as you become stronger. Comparison is a mindset and that can't be changed overnight. However, I am asking you that you'll dive into scripture with me tonight as we learn more about comparison, what it is, why we do it, and what God has to say about it.